Proceed na ulit tayo.
It's like it didn't stop.
Okay, let's see. Saan na ba tayo? Okay, so going back here, so instead of saying because, Eloy, you can just say, and since she was a teacher. Okay? Can you still hear me? I cannot hear you, Eloy.
Sure, Eloisa, we cannot hear you. You're on mute.
Po. Hello,
Okay,
teach.
okay na, teach.
Ay.
Okay, so going back here, so you said and since she was a teacher at that time, you can say for this sentence, she needed to get up early during that time. You can also say during that time, she needed to get up early. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Which one do you want to use? Do you want to put this during that time in the beginning or in the last part?
Oh, I think it's good to put it at the beginning.
Okay. So we
Yes.
can say since she was a teacher,
Oh, but we have at
uh
that time, yeah, a
we can
teacher.
replace it here during
I-
that time. Since
and since she
she
was
needed
okay, since she was a
Mind your
teacher.
time because now here is just 20 to 25 minutes.
Mm.
Let's
okay.
make it faster.
Okay. So that is your reason rather.
Mm-mm.
Now we can move on to the example. Can you provide an example to support your point and reason?
Mm-mm. For example, uh, she needed to wake up from Monday to Friday or on weekdays at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. At 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
So earlier you said Monday to Friday or at weekends. So you can just say either Monday to Friday or at weekends. Okay. Either those two.
Mhm.
Okay. But going back to this, for example, she needed to wake up on Monday. Uh, do you know what we can say to replace she needed to wake up?
Okay,
Since
she had to. Okay, she had to rise up early.
okay, she
To
had
rise
to
up,
okay, very good.
early,
Rise up
early
early
on Monday to
on
Friday. I think we need to remove 5 o'clock.
Monday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we need to remove that. She had to rise up early on Monday to Friday or on weekdays.
Okay, so
On
we can just
weekdays.
say weekdays instead of
Yes,
Monday to Friday.
yes, teacher.
Week
Oh,
weekdays.
as you notice, they were upgrading the answer, right? So, Teacher Jian, how can you use the tools here?
The tools rather this one po.
Yeah, you're
Mm.
supposed to use the tools, right?
Mhm.
Like, for instance, Monday to Friday, you changed it to weekdays. What are you supposed to do as a teacher?
Okay. Uh as a wait, she had to rise up early. Okay, so just like what I mentioned earlier, if you're going to provide you can provide either two examples or two reasons. But what we're going to do is use a linking word or connector to connect those your first example or your first reason to the second one. Okay?
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, so let's see here. So she had to rise up early on weekdays. Actually, Eloy, you can also to make it longer,
Mm, mhm.
you can expand this part. You said she had to rise early on weekdays. So why does she need to rise early on weekdays? Is it
Sh-
required or
yes,
you
actually
can
it is because she need to prepare her lesson plan.
to prepare? Okay.
Yeah, she needed to prepare her lesson plans and as well as attending the needs of her own family.
Okay, very good. Attending the needs of her own family. Okay,
Her
so
own
going back
children. Mhm.
her own children.
Yeah, her own
Okay, that's
children.
actually good because we can specify this part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see here. Because she needed to prepare her lessons and plans. Um, okay, so instead, for that part, Eloy, you don't have to say lesson plans and as well. You can just say as well as attending the needs of her own children.
Mm-hmm.
Attend to the needs of her own children, rather. So this is an example of a connector as well as.
Yes.
So let's highlight this one.
Yes, teacher. Yes, yes.
Okay, very good.
Mm-mm.
So that is your first example. That can be your example for this part, this question rather.
Mm.
Okay, and then
We
let's
move to
see here.
conclusion now, please.
Okay, so let's move on to the conclusion part, Eloy.
Mhm.
Uh, if you can see, actually, if you can see on the right part rather, right part of the screen, conclusion. You can see two examples of beginning phrases, this one. So that's basically what I think. And this is pretty much all I can think of right now. However, you can actually there are actually a lot of beginning phrases in conclusion that you can use. Do you know an
Mm.
example of a beginning phrase for conclusion?
In conclusion, teacher. In conclusion,
Mm-hmm.
all in all, mm, overall, to sum up, yeah, in general,
Okay. Okay. So which one do you want to use?
I'd like to use all in all, teacher.
Okay. All in all,
Mhm. All in all, getting up early varies from people to people.
early varies people
From
to people.
people, yeah, from people to people. Or from
From
person to person, sorry. From person to
okay,
person.
okay, from person to person. So that can
Yes.
be your conclusion beginning phrase.
Mm.
So let's just highlight these so that we don't get confused.
Mhm.
And now that we have finished improving your answer in this question, so what's going to happen right now, Eloy? I'm going to ask you the same question, and I want you to provide me the answer of with the PREC method. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so just for a moment. So let's see here. Do you know anyone who likes to get up early?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I know a person who prefers to wake up early, who is my grandma. The main reason I think is that it was her habit to wake up early, and since she was a teacher during that time, she needed to get up early. For example, she had to rise up early on weekdays because she needed to prepare her lessons, her lesson plan ahead of time, as well as attending the needs of her own family as well. All in all, I think getting up early varies from person to person.
Okay, thank you for that one, Eloy. So good job on answering the question, and also good job because I noticed you also added some words that are not in your that are not in the PREC method we constructed earlier.
Yes, teacher.
So that
Thank you.
would be that's how your answer would sound like with the PREC method. So you can practice the PREC method to create answers, especially for part 3. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you so much. So now
Can
we will
I
be
can I
moving.
just mention? Can you go back there, Teacher
Ah,
Gian? Okay, since
uh,
in as much as the answer and correction is 20 to 25 minutes, and approximately the answer for part three would be ranging from 4 to 6 sentences. We have here 4 sentences, it's fine, but it can
okay.
be 4 to 6 sentences. And so if there's still time, you can discuss another question if
Mhm.
you finish that in 10-15 minutes, then since it's 25 minutes in answer and correction, you can discuss another question.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Okay.
move on to the next.
Okay, so moving on to our band score feedback. So we will be discussing your overall performance for your speaking test today. So you have an overall band score feedback of 6.5. So everything is equivalent to 7 except for the lexical resources, which is 6. So we can focus on um, the weak areas along with the strength of your of each of these sections rather. So let's start with the fluency and coherence. I think you can try to improve speaking at length, Eloy.
Mm.
So it's okay if you can go beyond the time limit that was provided for each part, since usually in the IELTS they prefer someone who they prefer if you speak longer. Okay?
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay,
Teacher
teacher.
Gian, can
Mm.
Teacher Aloisa, do you think you can take it from here?
Oh,
Okay. Yes, teacher.
Maybe you can click, try to remember the highest score, fluency and coherence, so your lowest is 6. And then you can try
mm.
to conduct it from here. Kaya?
How?
Dito na po ako magwo-work, ma'am. Mag-start
Pwede rin,
ng,
pwede.
okay po.
But you cannot type, right? It's going to be Teacher
No po.
Gian.
Opo, si Teacher Gia
Okay.
lang mag-aano.
Anong
The
pwede
thing is, sorry to, there's a little confusion here because here you're not going to talk about weakness. You're going to talk about strengths
Yes. Mm.
because
ah
it's
oh,
in the band score feedback, you need to start in strength, which is the
ah
highest score.
Yes.
So, and then you should say you were very good in the blah blah blah.
mm-mm.
You don't emphasize the weakness, not unless
ah
you say you were very good in, the fluency and coherence. You were able to use a range of connectors. However, we need to improve this a little bit. You get it?
okay. Yes po.
Okay. You can type Teacher GN, but Teacher Eloisa, please conduct uh,
Sige.
as we begin the dance for feedback.
Okay.
Okay po. Okay.
Ah
Mag-start na po ako.
ah
Oh, okay.
sige.
Okay, so now let's move on to our band score feedback. Here, I'm going to share you your total score for your IELTS speaking test. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so as you can see here, we have your fluency and coherence, grammatical range and accuracy, pronunciation, and lexical resource. Okay, so let's move on to your strength. Actually, as you can see, you have three strengths, okay, during your speaking exam. And that's your fluency and coherence. Well, I would say that you speak, I think, well, especially during the part 2. That's what I noticed, but sometimes you need to try to improve limiting your and that's what we call unwanted fillers. Okay, yeah, it's okay to use that. However, don't try to say that, again and again. Okay, try to say something like well, let me think about that, or you can try to use, yeah, well, let me think about that.
Okay. Instead,
Yes.
let me think about that.
Yes, or you can try to say, this is an interesting question. It's just to, delay. Okay, just to delay, and you still have time to think, generate the ideas on your mind while you're saying this. Other other delaying tactics you can actually use is, well, and then pause for a while. Okay, so I think that's the tip I'd like to share with you during the fluency and coherence. But other than that, I think you're doing great. Okay, so now let's move on to your second strength, which is your grammatical range and accuracy. I think it's good because you're able to use compound and complex sentences. When we talk about
Mm,
compound and complex sentences, it's how you use reflexive pronouns or other linking words. For example, who, what, where, something like that. For example, while we're talking about the part 3 about your grandma, you use the word who. I know a person who. Okay. who likes, something like that. Okay, so that's good. And I noticed that you're able to give mixed tenses as well. That's totally good for your grammatical range and accuracy, although you need to be very careful with your past tense.
Okay. Okay. Past tense.
Yes, teach. Okay, so now let's move on with your pronunciation. Although there are some words that you mispronounce, because I can hear you actually say some words, something like with a sh sound. Okay, so try to avoid that. Okay, also, and be very careful with some long and vowel sound. When we say long and vowel sound, it's how you differentiate a, e, I, o, and a, e, I, o, u.
Okay.
I think, for example, you say, how to say that? Get, or something like that, or git, or git. Okay, yeah, those are one of the example. And for your lexical and resource, this is what I want you to improve most, okay? During the IELTS speaking exam, it's quite important for us to use some advanced words for you to achieve your desired score. Okay, so how you're going to improve your lexical resource? The first one, you need to think of the synonyms. Okay, so like what we have in class, for example, the synonyms for get up is wake up, right?
Yes.
Yes, and it's also important for you, for example, instead of the word enjoy or the word like, it's much better if you use I'm fond of or I'm keen on. So those are the example of the words you need to improve. But it's much better, of course, if you try to mix those advanced words with simple words. That is actually okay, just to make it natural. Okay, and also for this part, I'd like you to, as much as possible, improve your connectors. For example, you say before and. Other words we can use for that is besides, moreover, furthermore, yes,
Mm-hmm.
and along with. You can try to use that. Also, for the word but, you can try to use however instead of but. Yes, on the contrary, like what you mentioned before. And the last one, I think, is also important to try to include some idiomatic expression. Okay, during your speaking time. For example, burning the midnight oil. Okay, so do you know what is burning the midnight oil?
No, teacher.
Okay, so it's just like you're burning the midnight oil is what we call it's just like you spend time, more time. Okay, probably for example, you stay up late to do your work or to do to of because of study. Okay, so it's just like burning the midnight oil. Yeah, it's important for you to include that in your speaking or in your answer for about at least I think at least 2 to 3. Okay, for your answer.
Mhm.
But don't overly use that because I think it's not that quite good to use uh, much idiomatic expression. Well, do you have
Okay.
any other question for this?
None so far, teacher.
Okay, so here, as you can see, I already mentioned or make some suggestion for you for your IELTS speaking parts, and for this overall, I think you're doing a great job. Okay, so try
Thank
to be
you.
more confident, okay, with your answer. And of course, try to have you know, have a warm smile, okay, because it's important, especially when you deliver your answer. Try to smile to the examiner as well, okay?
Okay.
So
Okay.
much, Teacher Eloisa. I just like to mention that there's a timer on the top left. You can click that so you
Oh,
can deliver this part at the right timing. And then, of course, there's also the tools here. You can see it's just like Word, right? You can highlight, you can make it bigger, and all that. You get it? So use the tools and make the band score feedback very attractive for your students. You get it? It's just like to show your students that, oh, teacher already know my weakness, and she also acknowledged my strengths by,
Mm.
illustrating that in the class notes. Let's move on.
Okay,
Okay,
so teach ko na.
course one. Okay.
Mm,
Is it binapo or
Yeah.
go na.
Yeah.
okay?
How come it's mock test score 6.5, target score 6.5?
I think it's ay sa scoring
Ah,
Okay, there's
yeah.
going to be a little blooper here. Go ahead
mm,
and check the scoring, teacher Gian.
scoring 6.5.
No, no, teach. Dun ka sa warm up.
Ah,
Mm.
oh,
Blooper. Okay.
Oh,
What
okay. 3
what
yung nakalagay. TM 3 yung nakalagay.
3.
Okay, can we explain a little bit? How come the first section here is 3? Can you explain that, teacher Loisa?
Ah, oh,
Yeah, if it is the student's first time, we include or we put it on the 3 band score.
Which is the lowest, right? It's
Yes
the
po.
mm-mm.
first time. But
Mm.
if it's not the first time, we ask the
Ye
student
the latest score.
speaking
She
score.
Yeah, speaking score.
Yeah, so let's say the student already had an IELTS exam, and you ask, what's your current or the last speaking score? Then you put it here.
Mm.
But if it's the first time, you choose 3.
Oh,
Okay, so first time, so 3. And then
Mm-mm.
next field would be
the target score.
The
the
target
target
score.
score. Okay, then save.
Save PSR.
So supposedly tama na yan. And then so go
Mm-mm.
back to band score.
Yeah, of course.
Then course plan.
Mm.
Course plan.
Ay, hindi pa rin siya nag-bag.
Mock test score is 6.5.
6.5
Target
na
score
rin.
6.5.
Mm-mm.
Well, it actually happens, but itawid mo to, teacher, kasi basically, how do you make this student enroll in your class? Because
Mm-mm.
I've already achieved my target score.
Mm-mm.
Okay, go. You can
Okay.
try
Okay,
to do.
sa ako na.
Teach.
Okay.
Can we ask teacher Loisa to do this because it's like the same mock the score and target score?
Ah,
Okay.
sige.
Okay, so for our course plan here, by the way, do you have any question from our band score feedback or from our mock test before?
None so far.
Okay, so that's good. We're talking about here your course plan. As you can see for the mock test, you mentioned before that it's your first time, right? And that
Right.
it's your first time. Okay, I think there's some system glitch here, but no worries with that. Okay, so it's actually okay at this level. I think don't mind about this one. Okay, but we're
Mm.
going to try to check the target score here, and your target score is 6.5, right?
Yes.
Okay, so as you can see there, and as you can see with the suggested class frequency and suggested class number, actually this is just system generated. Okay, you still contact to the TA for the course plan you want to avail here with us in Partner English. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So, but for this one, we have our practice mode. Okay, here, as you can see, we have part by part and combination. Like what I've told you before, that the thing that you need to improve on your answer is your lexical resource. It's quite important for you to improve your answer part 1, part 2, and part 3. Okay, so maybe we could try to use part by part first. And then later, after you're quite familiar with the different parts, you move to combination, for example, part 1 and part 3, part 2 and part 3 practice. Okay? So there you go.
Okay.
For the teaching strategy here, we're moving on. I think we need to start from independent topic teaching for you to get more familiarized. Okay? And, uh, you know, um, just to, you need to try to express yourself more naturally. Okay? Independent topic teaching for part 1 until part 3. Okay, so teaching strategy here, we will try to do the independent topic teaching as well. But if I think that you're quite familiar with that, we will move on to merging topic. Actually, merging topic is this next level. You can try to practice here with us for you to save your time. Okay?
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. So,
Save BSR.
okay. So, do you have any other question, Gian, before we go?
None so far.
Okay, so Gian, I'm glad to have you in my class, and if you want to if you want to have the class report for this class, please contact our teaching assistants. Okay,
Okay.
so and try to preview the content for the next class. Okay, I'm hoping to see you soon. Okay, and thank you so much for booking my class. Okay, so I wish you all the best. Okay, bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Questions? Maybe you want to ask about what buttons to click. Teacher Loisa first, do you have some feedback on Teacher Gian's how to make her class better, especially in answer and correction?
Ah, in answer and
Can
correction.
you flash it there, Teacher Gian? Where you try to improve? Part 3. Yeah.
This one.
Any
Yes.
tips
Ah,
for Teacher
Apo.
Gian?
Bali, on my side po, I prepare my notepad for
Mhm.
some, actually I prepare a notepad for me on how to use some advanced words in class. That's what I usually do. And for me to have, an easy, to make the class easy, I just paste it on there. And then try to have
Mhm.
some, I always do brainstorming with the student. Actually, it depends on the student. Okay, we always I try to get their idea about this, and we're just trying to improve together. Mm.
Okay, what if I
Mhm.
say, Teacher, I cannot see, it's so small in the middle?
Okay, yeah, maybe
Font
the arrow
size.
here. Yeah, one side. Yeah, the arrow, you can try to move the arrow here.
Or this one.
Yeah, ang
Or
arrows, yung arrow tish, yeah, kabilaan pwede. Minimize lang.
And also
um,
the other side.
Yes, and I'm using 24 po in my class as much as possible.
for the font.
See that?
Sa fonts, teach siya, yung nagamit ko yung 24.
Um, 24.
Mm.
Uh,
Okay. So,
Tas highlight lang. Highlight mo lang yung mga binabago mo na ano, highlight lang, teach. Pero ito maganda 'to, maganda yung ginagawa mo. PREC pa
mhm.
isa-isa, maganda. Iba yung
Mhm.
way ko, eh, pero okey siya, 'yan, oo.
yeah. So, as to clicking the buttons, can you show the clicking of the buttons from the beginning?
Okay. This one po.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Warm up. So, do I demonstrate the whole
Yes.
ano? Okay. So, as mentioned, when you're going to ask during the ice break, if you're going to ask about their work or study, of course, here and then job or major if they're working or studying dito rin. And then for this part, you will be asking either the hobbies, you will be asking it on the others. And if you're going to ask about the IELTS part, you're going to just put it under the the hobbies part, and
Mhm.
then
First time.
and then yes, for first timer, you put the lowest. But if they say na they've already taken the test before, you ask for the band score they had,
Speaking score.
the
Speaking score.
speaking score,
And
the
then the
speaking score,
next one will be the target
their
score.
target score. And then the last one here is the when sorry when their exam is. But if they're not sure if when their exam will be, we can assume that is one month po ba yun?
Yes. So if
Yes,
the
one
date
month.
today is May 22, you put the date 1 month after,
Okay, so June
June
22.
22. Yeah. And then
Okay.
once completed, what do you click?
Once completed, we click the save BSR on the right part of the
Okay.
screen.
All right.
Then
Next.
then And then after the warm up is the full mock test. So you will be, it's on the answer correction portion, the one with the questions on when you will, and when where you will type the answer.
Yes, and then
So
once you finish typing the answer, you click on.
you click
Okay,
on save.
you wanna show the clicking of the questions, right? Question
Mhm.
one.
Okay. So for example, question one, it is already divided, since part one has three parts. It is divided into the topic. So pili lang sila ng topic dito. Uh, let's see here. So for example, this topic, you will ask this one. So you will type here, and then after na finish na yon, you will be saving it here. And also, if one student has already started speaking, you will need to click this one, because this is the timer of their speaking, of when they are required to speak. So
It's the
after,
timer. It's the timer for part one. It's 30
mm,
seconds, right? Okay,
yes, it
so are they going to click all these questions?
no, it's only for part one. It's only two questions for each topic.
Is that correct, teacher Eloisa?
Probably, maybe you can try to add one more for part one.
Uh,
Yeah,
part
three
one.
questions.
Wait. I think it's two for the first topic, two for the second topic, and then
Ah, yeah,
three
yeah.
for the
Two to
third
three.
topic.
2 to 3.
Okay,
Yes.
Yeah, so a total of 4 minutes, right, for
four
part one.
minutes.
Where do you see that?
Uh
It's in the the IELTS quick guide, right? There's like
oh.
Mm.
4 minutes in part one, 3 minutes in part two, and 4 minutes in part three. It's
Mm-mm.
in the quick guide. It's in the file that I've shared with you,
Mm.
Yeah,
right?
I'm currently, I'm
Yes po,
currently
dun sa
viewing it
teaching. Yeah, dun sa ano, first page, yung teaching
IELTS quick
procedure
guide.
overview.
Because you're
sa.
sharing the screen, I cannot share the screen. Okay. So anyway,
Mm-mm.
show them the part two.
Okay, for part two, it's only one question. This one. Describe a time. Okay. So yan. For part two, there is also a prompt of questions here. So you can
Mm.
also, bale, ang isa-send mo is this one, the topic, and then the prompt of questions where, that can guide them
The
in the
bullet,
VooV
the
chat
bullet
box.
ones. Yeah, bullet questions.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So
And
you
then,
send that in the
mm,
chat box of Booth,
mm-mm.
right? Okay.
Yes po.
Mm-hmm.
And for part two, this is where you can, because they are given 1 minute to prepare, you can, during that 1 minute, 1 minute preparation, you can go to the scoring system, and then score the student's performance.
How do they score, Teacher Gian?
Okay, so bale, you can refer to their performance, and then this one. So bale, mag-click kayo dito. For example, but in before the speaking test, we do suggest na set it to 5 na agad, so that it will be quicker. Bale, ganun.
Yeah,
And this is also for 1 minute.
as you can see, as Teacher Gian would be clicking, the overall score on the upper left would be adjusting. So
Mhm.
you can actually try to play with the system, how it reacts to your clicking, and so you will know what the score will be at the end of the scoring.
And
And
then
save.
there's also a 1 minute here, so that you will be guided while scoring, and then still save the BSR. Then go back to part two after the 1 minute preparation, and then you let the student speak. Then you click this one, the 2 minute timer, because they will be speaking for 2 minutes.
Next.
Okay, so part three, for part three, these will be 4 minute, four questions, and then they're required to speak for 1 minute. So you will also do the same thing, but you will ask 4 questions, and then the timer is 1 minute. Then overall, once it's finished, you will be saving the BSR as well. So after the speaking test, rather. So saving the
So
BSR.
what is on the right side, teacher Gia? Can you show what's in the right side?
Okay. Right side is your teaching material, because just if you can remember, in the answer correction portion, you will be referring to method. So they can see the method here as a guide on how to structure it. And then this one, this can be also a guide topic material.
So actually, as you click on the different questions here, the one on the right side will be changing. So these are some word banks that
Mhm.
whichever question you are discussing with the student, then it adjusts. These are for
Okay.
students who doesn't know how to answer, then there are idea banks. See that?
Yes.
It
So just like the
adjusts.
prompt in
Yeah, it
part 2 po.
adjusts if they don't know what
Mm-mm.
to say, then you can show that. But if the student know what to say, you can actually hide that.
Okay. So that is the ano. Also, other than in teach, do I include this one, the
Yeah,
add material
go, go,
part?
go.
Okay. So for
Ah,
teaching material,
material? No, no, no.
okay, okay.
No, because they will just do a demo on PREC.
Okay. So save BSR. And then you will save that one success. That will also be saved once you will finish improving their answer for the answer correction part. Band score feedback na po.
Yes.
Okay, so band score feedback. The one in scoring part will be it will reflect here. Uh, that one. And then let's see here. So you as mentioned earlier, you will be you can write the you can type down the feedback here, and then also change the font, some font size or font. You can how do we say this? You can underline them, or you can change the color so that it can be
Are the
uh
are the circles clickable, teacher Jian? How do you use that?
circles. Okay.
When do you use those buttons?
Okay. To highlight
Yeah.
the part.
So yeah, you need to use that, right?
Mm-mm.
So you click whatever you're discussing with your student. I need example. I need you to use a range of connectors. Click,
Okay.
click, and then give specific examples. Here, you type it. Connectors such as in addition,
So
moreover, furthermore, something like that, right? And then you
okay.
highlight. So how
And
do
then
you highlight?
highlight we can add this one,
Yeah, that. Bold.
and we can also make it bold. Wait.
Bold yung B.
Ayun. Okay.
Okay, and then save.
And okay.
Next.
Okay. So that is the wait, course
Course plan.
plan.
Course plan.
Okay. So for course plan, this one, it will also, the one in the mock test, sorry, the scoring part, it will also reflect here. So
Okay,
yeah.
as you can see now, it's no longer, wait, don't scroll up. It's no longer 6.5 and 6.5. What's
Mm-mm.
the problem with 6.5? Because during the mock test that I had
Mm-mm.
a simulation of my mock exam, I had a 6.5. Teacher gave me a 6.5, but my target score is 6.5. Why will I
Mm-mm.
even study with you? Right?
Mm-mm.
But in
I
some
see.
instances, that happens. So, lulusutan mo yon. You will say that while your mock test is 6.5 in this specific set of questions, it can happen that in other set of questions, you're not familiar. So I am going to drill you on that. We're going to practice on that on different sets
Mm-mm.
of questions pag naging pareho. But ideally, hindi magkapareho. Dapat lower ang mock test score sa target score. You get it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and then how do they click the practice mode? Is it on the
Okay.
circle or on the box?
On the circle. Kasi
No.
sa box is huh?
Sige, try mo mag-click sa circle kung
Wait.
mag-highway.
Let's see.
Sa
Okay.
box.
It's the box.
Sa box. Oh, okay. And then once you're done, actually on the part 1 and 3 teaching strategy, you cannot choose question type teaching. It's always independent. Do you see naka-grayed out? Hindi siya
Yeah.
pwede. You cannot. Okay, once you're done, then click.
Save VSR.
It's not confirmed sa baba.
Oh,
There's like
confirm.
confirm. There you go. So also I'd like to add, can you scroll up? You don't need this part. Ito lang, Teacher G. Aloka.
Which one?
Yan lang, ito lang. Yung mga may orange, don't scroll down anymore. You don't need the down part. Paki-center mo, dear. Centerhin mo. Center. Course plan. Yan. Yan lang. Wag up and down, up and down. Litong-lito na si student mo sa'yo. Okay, so this one, this is the time when you convince your student to study with them, but not directly saying that. So you're gonna say that this is just system generated, and we're gonna have a class a day, 30 to 40 classes all in all, and we can do either part by part or combination. But since your difficulty was, according to teacher Eloisa, was to improve the lexical resource, we're going to study more of that as we discuss different sets of questions. So dun mo siya i-convince. Like, how are you going to help them in their IELTS preparation? And it has to sound sincere, not scripted. Okay? Got it? And then,
Yes.
as you show the homework, this is the time that your TA will help you to sell your class, because you're going to say, click homework, please. You're going to say, okay, student, so I hope I helped you in this class, but in our next class, I'd like you to contact the teacher assistant so that you can have a copy of the band score report and also preview our next class. So I really hope to see you in our next class. Ganon. Sincere, and you really, connect with the student and say you want to see them. Got it? Can you stop sharing,
Yes.
Teacher Jane? Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, I still have teacher Lei, teacher Sunny, Trixie, right? Teacher Daphne, and teacher Michelle. Okay, I'm going to ask you, today is Friday. Of course, there will be preparation time for you as you access the system, as you see the materials, and maybe you still have questions, right? If it's okay for me to give you like a day to prepare for that, and then maybe you wanna have another round of practice. So Teacher Loisa mentioned she can on Sunday, right, Teacher Loisa?
Apo, pwede po.
But sana maybe once or twice at the maximum, so that Teacher Loisa won't be, attending to each one. That can be very helpful, so that you can really go into the details. But is this the only available schedule, Teacher Loisa?
Pwede naman
Sunday.
pong Monday to Friday po. Siguro 10 to 12 po. Free po ako ng ganong oras.
Yeah, okay. For
10
the
to 12.
meantime, we have the Sunday. At what specific time, Teacher Loisa?
Ngayong Sunday po ay morning and afternoon po. Pwede po ako, ma'am. Siguro po from 10 o'clock po
10 o'clock.
Opo, 10 o'clock po hanggang 3 o'clock. 10 to 3 po.
Okay, so maybe we can zero in on one morning, 10 a.m. and
Opo.
one, 3 p.m. So 2 sessions. So whoever is available. I'm going to give your booth to
Opo.
them, Teacher Eloisa, and then
Opo,
I'm
ma'am.
going to ask each one. So that'll be the 25th. Who can do the demo on Monday or Tuesday? 25, 26. Teacher Daphne.
I'm not available. PM, I told you I'm not available
Oh,
this
yeah, yeah,
weekend.
yeah. You told me, right? Weekend.
Yeah.
I remember.
But after that I'm good. Just this weekend.
Oh,
This
just
is the
this
only time
weekend.
that I travel in
No.
a
What
year.
what I'm oh, you're going to travel. You'll be out of the country?
No, no, just here in Iloilo.
Okay. Okay, but
It's
do you think you can do the demo on the 26th? That's a Tuesday or a Monday, 25th?
Monday I can't because I'm about to come back. So it's the day that I go back in the city. So
Mhm.
I don't have enough time for checking the tools and etc. So it's not going to be productive and it's not going to be effective for me if I don't have
Correct.
enough preparation.
Okay,
So I would, if it's possible, I would do it on Tuesday is okay for me.
Tuesday,
Yeah, Tuesday, not Monday.
26th.
Yeah,
Sure, sure, no
thank you.
problem. Will that be the whole day, Teacher Daphne? The evaluators will be available, but I just need to match your schedule with the evaluator.
Yeah, I'm available on a Tuesday, but is that
Yeah.
going to be like a whole day
It doesn't
session
have to be the
or
whole day. You just
okay?
have to give me the window of your availability.
Well, I am available